Guys, welcome to my channel. I am here today to give you a look at the Wet n Wild foundation. It's the Photo Focus. I have two shades because of course I don't know what my color is, and as you can see I have no makeup on. I did however prime my face with the Smashbox pore minimizing primer, and then I did color correct a little bit of my redness. As you can see I have some breakouts and things with the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion color corrector as well, which I actually really like so far, and I have it in the green of course for my redness. For the past several years I haven't really worn drugstore foundations just because it's a hassle. You never know what color to pick. But with this one I thought so many people love it that I would give it a try and then tell you guys what I thought about it. So I did pick up 364C, which is, they have really crazy numbers, Rose Ivory, which I think has a more of a pink undertone, and then I picked up 361C Shell Ivory. So I'll give you guys a look at what those colors look like side by side. I don't know if you're going to be able to see a great difference between them, but basically the rose looks a little bit more pink and the shell looks a little bit more yellow. So I'm going to do a color swatch, just check and see which color is going to match me better. Perhaps neither one of them is my match, but I didn't want to pick up a ton of them because if these are a little light or dark I can always mix them with something else. And really affordable, these are only $4.99. Other than that, let's just jump in. I'm going to put on a little bit of concealer and set everything because I think that's the only way to give a fair judgment of how it looks, how the application is, and the finished product. So I've got, just so you know exactly what I've got my little beauty blender here on my tray. I'm just going to set that aside. I have my Sonia Kashuk foundation brush just to set my entire face with the Smashbox Halo To Go Hydrating Perfecting Powder in Fair. I have my Laura Mercier Secret Under Eye Brightening Powder, and then I'm going to use some Shape Tape Concealer because I've been using this with basically every foundation since I've gotten this one. It is one that you twist open, and this is what it looks like. So it has kind of like a spatula type applicator, which I'm actually not mad at. I think that's pretty nice because it's something a little bit different, and it does make it fairly easy to just like kind of stripe your face with that, or just apply the product before you blend it out. So first I'm going to see what Rose Ivory looks like against my skin. And I'm going to swatch it on this side because I'm not broken out over here. So that's the rose. I'm just going to do like I would do like a color match. Okay, so that one's not bad. It is blending with my neck pretty good. Shell is not bad. If I get even a little bit of color, the Shell Ivory is going to be good. But I think I'm just going to go with what I would normally do and try the Rose Ivory. So I'm going to take this off really quick and then I'll be back to finish this out. So I'm going to use the Rose Ivory like I said, and the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of dot it or swipe it. I know I'm going to need a lot of coverage right there. It's a pretty easy way to apply it. Yeah, I made no sense right now. I just like put it everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to start with this and just start to bounce it in with my beauty blender.
Wow, that coverage is pretty good. I hope this lighting is okay. Ugh.
As you can see, the coverage is really good. I feel like it's giving me pretty much everything that I would want. I just want to kind of look at it a little bit. The match is pretty good. Now, my breakouts are still a little bit visible, but I am not going to like say anything. This is a buildable coverage, so I am going to build it over that area where I have my little bit of breakout discoloration, and then see what it looks like after that. Although I must say I don't really need much, and as of late, even with all my higher end foundations, I have only been using Kat Von D to cover these breakouts because everything else just kind of left it visible. Nothing was really covering it that well. Kat Von D did an amazing job, but obviously that is super full coverage. I'm going to add a little bit of that excess right in my cheeks because that's where I have my redness. I feel like when you apply a little bit of pressure when you're kind of bouncing it in, it smooths it a little bit better. I think you get a little bit better application, especially where you need the added coverage. So it covers really, really well. If I didn't have this breakout right now, I would never even probably build it up. Maybe just a little bit in the cheeks, but there really is no need to apply layer after layer by any means. So I like it so far. Let's add some concealer and set this baby and then see what we think. So I must say that this looks pretty beautiful right now. Smooth application, everything set and blended the way that I wanted it to. My concealer was definitely a good bit lighter, but I just look highlighted, and of course I haven't done any bronzing or contouring or anything like that. So I'm pretty pleased with it. The last thing I'm going to do is just go about my day. I've got some other videos to film. I'm going to do some things around the house, and then we'll see how it has worn after several hours. So I will talk to you in a little bit. Hi guys, so I just wanted to show you my foundation so that I could give you a really good review like after I've worn it for several hours. So today I've had this foundation on probably for about 8 hours, which is usually, I try not to leave my foundation on too long, so I'm actually going to go like remove it right after I finish talking to you guys about it. But it wore really well. I did go with the shade, look at the shade really quick. So it is the shade Rose Ivory, which is the one that has like the pink undertone. And right now this is a really good color for me. Of course I bronzed, I did all of that, I have on contour. Ignore like there's some smudges right here. I was upstocking right after we closed the store and I got a little something on me, so I got a little dirty, but other than that it wore really well. I will say that other foundations, of course, I feel like any foundation that costs a great deal more should be pretty amazing. So my usual foundations like the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation for a full coverage, or my Naked Skin when I want a sheer coverage, they are a little bit better, let's be honest. I mean, you would think that they would be, but guys, for $4.99 this foundation is crazy. I feel like it wears really well, and I even asked a couple of the girls at work, I'm like, hey, what do you think about my foundation? And she was like, it looks good, but it's not what you usually wear. So something wasn't exactly as crazy good as with my other usual foundations, but I have to say that it looks really pretty. So overall, I'm really pleased with it. It doesn't 100% cover my breakouts, but I did use some concealer to help with that. It's just been a tough time for me trying to cover those up. But other than that, everything's been great. And I have to say that they are well worth $4.99. I mean, come on. I will definitely use these. I might even try to like mix them with some other things and just really like I get some use out of them. But I must say that I am impressed. So if you guys feel like picking these up, I would definitely say go for it. The only hard thing is picking a shade, but I was lucky to pick 2 shades that will actually work for me. And then the other one that I got, which is like the shell ivory, I think I'll just wear when it gets a little bit warmer and I start getting just a little bit of incidental sun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.